Alright guys, we got another one for you with this updates today. The raid dictionary was posted in the Discord as well. I think this is super funny. I kind of want to go through and see, like, are these things people actually use? Or are they forgetting some of the ones we commonly use, like the nicknames for some of the champions, like Frank in my salad, or MM or MK. Like, I mean, I guess those are probably not going to mention because it's just nicknames for champions, but I'm curious to see what they do throw in there. Maybe Frank they will, because Miscreated Monster Frank may not be quite as obvious. We'll see. Let's go. Alright. Hello readers, have you ever struggled with understanding certain game-specific words, abbreviations, or terms that you haven't simply heard before? If you answered yes to the question, this glossary might be useful for you. Last year, with the help of our active players, we managed to compile a raid dictionary with special words, phrases, abbreviations, terms that were used by players in Raid Shadow Legends and in general in RPG games. This is our very first issue of the raid dictionary. We hope that you'll like it. Alright, let's go. Let's have a little giggle. Or let's just learn something. What am I saying? Alright, I'm going to go through fairly quickly. Yeah, I mean, you guys can read in detail later. AB, auto battle. No one says AB. No one says AB. Alright. A1, A2, A3, terms used to designate champions' different skills. Definitely this is the first game I've ever used, or ever played where people say the A1, the A2, or the A3. But now I kind of talk like that when I play other games as well. Alright, AC, auto clicker. Accuracy. ACC, adds. Minions of a boss. Yeah, I always was curious of what people were saying when they're like the ads. I'm like, the add-ons? What? The what? The ads? Okay, like, I didn't really understand that abbreviation, but there we go. That is true. I mean, I knew what... I refer to the ads, but I still don't know where that's coming from. AFK, away from keyboard. AFKF, away from keyboard farming. Never heard that one before. AI, game artificial intelligence. AoE, area of effect, aka attacks all enemies. ATK, attack. AP, ally protection. RB, arbiter. Oh hey, there's a nickname. Hey, apothecary nicknames. Oh hey, we have Apoth, Apo, Apoc. Apo, that's cool. Okay, they are going to go into some character nicknames. Let's go. Artifact, the gear. Aura. Well, we know that one's an easy one. Long explanation, you get it. It affects all of the champions. Or however it's described. Some say only increases attack of all magic allies. So there are some specific details in there every once in a while, which is kind of silly. Just make it an aura. Especially in a legendary. Alright. Nicknames for Bad Alcazar. Battle. Bed. Beck, Bad L, or Bed Alcazar. Alright, Batman, referred to for Seeker. You guys are probably familiar with the Bat Eater clan boss comps, which of course is Seeker and Man-Eater involved, so hence that nickname for Seeker. He does look like a bat. He is a bat. Alright, bears. Ursine Irehide and Ursine Ice Crusher. Yep, there are two bears. They came out with the old Battle Pass, which we all miss. Bellow for Bellower? Never heard anybody call Bellower Bellow. Blender Comp is a team comprised of mainly AoE champions. Well, this is a bad explanation. A Blender Comp is used in Arena. It usually starts with a speed aura or like in a turn meter a booster, like Arbiter, and then you go into then you have an ally attack champion who makes everyone go with their A1s. So you want to use people that have A1s that have attacks all enemies. And then if that doesn't kill them the first round, they're going to go right afterward and use their A1 again. So you're gonna go, everyone's going to go, then everyone's going to go again. Or I shouldn't say everyone. The two that are doing your damage. So like, you know, we have... The most common would probably be Arbiter, Lanicus, Skullcrown, and Sinacia for a Blender comp. Book refers to the rare epic books, tombs. Oh yeah, that's true. They're not technically called books. They're called tombs. Getting fancy up in here. Booking. Using the tombs. self-explanatory. Bruise, experience bruise. You really got to explain bruise? Come on, guys. Buff. Buffs are attached to champions during the battle. Buffs are inflicted from skills from either champion themselves or champions within your team. So like buffs are the good ones. That's what's helping you. Debuffs are the ones that are hurting your champion, hurting your enemy. Alright, builds. A build would be a display of artifacts, masteries. Yeah, how you build a character. Pretty self-explanatory there. CA, counterattack. Also for Classic Arena. I never see people use that for Classic Arena. But okay. Counterattack champion. CA comp. Okay, I guess that would... Or that's counterattack comp. If they say so. Campaign farmer, speed farmer. Yeah, it's whoever you're using to farm up your food that are going to be the fodder that you're going to eat later. Like, you know, eating all the incubus in 12-3 brutal. That is where you're going to be using your campaign farmer the most. Carry, a champion that does the work of helping other champs through content who would otherwise not be able to survive. So like your tanky person or your support champs. CB for clan boss, CB for clan boss chest, CB for clan boss keys. CC is crowd control, you know, stuns, freezing, decreasing turn meter, block cooldown skills, block buffs. There's so many ways you can crowd control, just kind of mitigating what they can do to you. CDMG, critical damage, CD cooldown. CH is cold heart, of course. Champ for champion, duh. Care for character, duh. Chicken, food champion. That's true. Now, like, some people just call, like, the people that you're farming up in Brutal 12-3 just to be eaten for upgrades, they just call them chickens. Or, like, when we get a bad champion and they suck, people are like, oh, they're just a chicken. Comp, team comp, crit, yeah, crit. Go figure. A critical hit. C rate, crit rate. CS, coffin smasher. Yeah, most commonly used in clan boss. Alright, D20, dragon level 20. Debuffs, we already said. Defense, DEF for defense. Derp, to make a silly mistake. DOT, damage over time. DP for Doom Priest. DPS, damage per second, also be used for the player whose role is to do the most damage. Yeah, that term always confused me because I'm like, when I hear DPS, I think of someone who's gonna keep going multiple times in general. Like, I feel like DPS champions were like gonna keep smack like 4 times or something, but that's not necessarily the case. It's just who is doing the most damage. I remember being a little confused at that when I was a noob playing this game, because I haven't really played a lot of games like this before. Although I did play Diablo 2 and World of Warcraft briefly, but it's been a while. Alright, we got Draco for Dracomorph, Drag for Dragon Dungeon, no one calls it Drag, Dupes for Duplicate Champions, EG Early Game, never seen that, ENG for Energy, Epics, well no crap, they're Epic Champions, Epic Tombs, they really don't need to explain some of this is kind of silly, EXP for Experience, F for Fail, farmable champions. So yeah, some rares are available in campaign stages, so if you want those specific farmable champions, you just go and complete a lot of those. Ideally, probably the boss within that campaign who have the highest chance to get like that rare, like War Maiden, for example. Alright, farmer is your nuker leading, yep, again, campaign farmer, same thing. Farming XP, farming gear. Yeah, farming for XP, you're going to be farming in 12-3 typically in Brutal, or 12-6. The reason people farm 12-3 over 12-6 is because shields sell for more than boots do, so you make a little bit more silver, but you sacrifice a little bit of HP or XP. I sneezed. Whew. Okay, unpause. FB for Frozen Banshee, Phoenix comp, Revive composition strategy for clan boss. FH for Fellhound, FK for Fire Knight, FK20 of course farming Fire Knight 20 when people are talking about flat stats. Flat stats are talking about your gloves, chests, and boots. Like typically you don't want flat attack, flat HP, or flat defense. for a boot. You want a percentage for those stats. That's not to be concerned with accuracy, speed, or resistance, though. You never have percentages of those. Food, yeah, we've kind of already said that one. Fodder, characters you level up for the sole purpose of sacrificing later. Exactly, same thing. Food, fodder, kind of the same deal. Frank, there you go, miscreated monster, like I said. F2P or free to play, or FTP, free to play. Not spending money, obviously we all know that term. Or some people like to call it forced to pay. Let's be honest. Alright. FW for faction wars. And another, they mentioned the letter F twice. Once at the bottom and once at the top. Guys. Great Hall, GH, Glass Cannon Nuker. That's someone who you built like pure damage and you don't care at all about HP or defense. You don't worry about keeping them alive, you just make them hit as hard as possible. Because usually like in an arena comp, as long as you're speed tuned, they're just gonna go and they're going to hopefully wipe your enemy and you're not gonna have to worry if they stayed alive or not. Okay, we got Gorgle for Gorgorob, one of my favorite champions I got early in the game. GS is, of course, Giant Slayer Mastery. That is on the offense tree. You use that when champions have 3 or more hits on their A1. Alright, heal support. Well, that's kind of self-explanatory. Same thing with healer. A healer is a healer. Really? HK for High Katoon. HP for health points. Like the HP-based champions. HP is very commonly used in this game. People better know what that means. Alright, Ice Golem IG. A key. Well, what, a key is a key. Do I really have to explain a key? Guys. What's happening? Kit is the totality of skills and traits in a particular champion. Like, yeah, they'll say someone has a good kit or someone has a bad kit, meaning like do they have a lot of utility? Or are they just like a bit one-sided? Are they overall a great champion? Do they have good skills and good base stats? Do they have a good kit? Alright, Lego book. Lego champion, I think they mean. Leggy? I've never seen Leggy. It's always Lego. Y'all are drunk. Like LFC, looking for clan. LG late game or LS lifesteal. Mostly talking about using lifesteal gear for a clan boss. Usually you'll see that a lot. MG for mid game. ME for Maneater. Often used in a lot of unkillable comps, of course. Minotaur, short for Minotaur's Labyrinth. Hey, guys. You don't have to explain some of this. Minnow. See, that makes more sense. Minnow is Minotaur. Okay. MK for Mountain King. There's my boy. MM for Miscreated No. Or Mausoleum Mage. Yeah, MM is Mausoleum Mage because if you use it for both, it's just confusing. Miscreated Monster is Frank. Don't use it for both. Just confuse people. Or some people say Mazo Mage. Just Mazo instead of, so that, as the MM can be confusing. Right, nerf is to change a character to make them less powerful. Yup. NM for Nightmare Clan Boss. Nuke for dealing hard damage. Nuker, the person who does the hard damage. OB for a Cope Brawler. OP meaning overpowered. One shot, well that's self-explanatory too. One key refers to doing enough damage from a single clan boss key to get the top chest. So if you're newer to the game and people are asking you like what your damage is for clan boss, you normally would say like, oh, I can one key brutal, which means you can get more than like just about it's 20 point something, right? It's like 21 million with one key on brutal would mean you can one key brutal. OSH one shot, I've never seen that one either. We'll say it's the thing. Passive refers to a passive skill, no crap. Pikachu, Soulbon Boyer from... She does look like Pikachu, doesn't she? I've never thought of that. Okay. It's the red dots on the face. Pots for potions, all the extension potions, your potion keeps. Proc is to effectively activate a skill or effect. Yeah, like, what's your chance to proc? 40% chance to proc a whatever. 20% chance to proc blah 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 blah. You know. PvE, player versus environment. PvP, player versus player, like arena. Pull shards. Talk about pulling. Pull. Summoning champions from the portal, of course. Getting a quad roll, meaning you get 4 rolls on one specific substat on a legendary piece of gear. Raisin is Rosin. RES for resistance. Res for resurrect or revive. RG, Royal Guard. RK, Royal Relic Keeper. RNG, random number generation, which just means how good is your luck. Let's be honest. RNGesus, the deity that resides over a random number generator. That's funny. Alright, roll. A stat, yep. How does it roll? It means when you level it up to 4, where does that increase, upgrade, fall? RPG, role-playing game. RSL, Raid Shadow Legends. RJ, rejoin. Alright, salad, my salad. Also is my salad, but salad. Santa is Sir Nick, of course. Let's see here. Okay, we got SK for Stag Knight. I never see him referred to as that, actually. Snipe, when you use all your resources last minute to win a tournament. Which will happen in clan versus clan, I'm sure, quite a lot. We got SP for Swift Parry, Speed Percentage, SPD for Speed. Speed Tuning, meaning that making sure champions go in a specific order. Like if you're speed tuning a clan boss team, you want to be maximizing your turns. So you don't want to be like outspeeding a counterattack buff, for example. Or in arena, you want to speed tune to where you don't get cut in on. And of course, Deadwood Jedi has a great calculator for that. So make sure you guys check out deadwoodjedi.com for his clan boss calculator. The arena calculator is there. There's a lot of good tools on that site. Let's see here. We got Spider, Spider's Den, Starter. Refers to the 4 possible champions when you start the game. Stats or stats. Statistics. Champions' main stats. Strike, when your arena team takes out another team without another side causing any damage. I've never heard that. Okay. I mean, I know what that means, but... Strip is to remove buffs from an enemy. Like Madame Ceres, for example. Squishy just means easily killed. Usually those would be people that are like your glass cannon nukers or whatnot that have low defense or HP. Or people that are hard to build because they have very low base defense or HP. Like Fane, she's great for clan boss, sure, but she's super squishy because she has low base stats, so you really need to only use her in an unkillable comp. Or early game, you can get through with it a little bit. So, SUPP for support characters. We got Tank, meaning defensive champions. Although, I mean, with that new upgrade for the Void guy, we probably can consider him a tank too. He's just going to be HP-based tank, but with the Provoke and Ally Protect. Alright, Turn Meter. TM. Tower is a rush card. The Tower is often referred to as Tower. 12-3 is the main stage of Brutal campaign that people farm. 12-7, etc. Blah blah blah. Yeah, depending on which stage you're farming. 8, 12, whatever. 11, whatever. 10, whatever. You know. TTA, Tag Team Arena. UE, Umbral Enchantress. UG, Ultimate Gaelic. UK, Unkillable Clan Boss Team. Unkillable Comp. We got UNM, Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. UNK, Unkillable Team. UNK, Unkillable Clan Boss Team. We get it. Okay. Valkyrie, Vampire is Seducer. Vampire? Vampire? Oh dear. Alright, Vault Guardian, meaning someone who's not that great, who's probably sitting in your vault because you have no use for them because they suck. But that's not to be... I mean, a lot of people might consider certain people Vault Guardians, but depending on where you are in the game, you're going to be using those champions. More than likely, any legendary you get early game, you're going to be using it. So, you know. Vizier, Viz, he's a great champion as well. Wipe or Wipeout, when your entire team dies to an AoE attack. Whale is the person who spends a lot of money in the game. WM is Warmaster Mastery, also War Maiden. Warmaster mastery was like Giant Slayer. It's on the offense tree for the masteries. You want to use Warmaster when the person has 1 attack on their A1, or also you can use it for 2. When you have 2 attacks on their A1, they could use Warmaster or Giant Slayer. Personally, I choose Warmaster. Alright, we got Whirly for Whirlin Frostkeem, Wonky. I've never heard that in that term. Most extraordinary variant suggested by our player. What? See, if something's wonky, I just mean it doesn't work right. That's a weird one. X2, like ×2. Oh yeah, like a ×2 event or a ×10 event for the shard pulls. Not to be confused with which one's higher does not mean it's better. ×2 events, you have a higher chance to actually pull higher level champions, where ×10 you're just having a chance to pull specific champions, but not better chances of getting a legendary or an epic. XP for experience, XP brew for, yeah, experience brew. Yeet, most commonly found in global chat, especially channel 888. Some would consider it a final prayer to the RNG gods prior to their shard pulls. This frequency of this word increases during 2 times and 10 times event. Okay, well that was being funny. Alright guys, did you learn anything here? Are some of these silly? I think some of them are pretty silly. Some of the things you don't need to tell us. I mean, really, like, a brew is a brew. No, really? Thanks, Raid. Thanks, Raid. But yeah, this is fun. I'm glad they did this because, honestly, as a new person coming in, I remember hearing AoE the very first time I played this and I didn't know what it meant. Because, I mean, yeah, it doesn't say, like, area of effect is not what the skills say. It says attacks all enemies. So, it's a little different. Attacks AAE is more like it. Yeah, this is helpful for new players or people that are brand new to this style of game in general. Fun little comp. Some of them are silly. I'm sure they missed a bunch as far as the champion nicknames go. But what do you guys think? Yeah, let me know in the comments below, and thank you for hanging out.